How's it going, everyone? Sean here from Raw Technique Studios, and today I just want to show you guys my 4 go-to EQs and when I would actually use them in a mix or master. So my top 4, I'm going to start with my most used one that I absolutely love, and that's the FabFilter ProQ3. This EQ has everything you could possibly need in an EQ. It's transparent, so it's not going to add any color or anything like that, and it is really great for doing super sharp, super broad, anything you really want to do. It doesn't matter. Like, I use it on vocals all the time. I'll start off over here with a high pass filter, cut out the low end. You could come in, listen to just that frequency range that you're trying to pay attention to so you know whether to cut it or boost it. And I'll use this every single time I EQ a vocal. This is my EQ that I go with. It's just convenient to be able to use it. You could also, on top of having EQ like this, turn it into a dynamic EQ as well. Highly recommend this EQ for all of your normal EQing needs. Now, if you don't have this EQ, just the stock Pro Tools EQ is similar. You can still do listening to specific spots, but you can't do the dynamic EQ, so you would need a dynamic EQ for that stuff. The next EQ is this one right here. This is the UAD Pultec EQ, and I really like how this sounds on doing boost on the top end and cutting if needed. I'll usually turn on my bandwidth a little bit here. Say I'm going to do a boost at 10K, 16K, whatever it is that needs to be boosted. Do a 3 to 4 dB boost, and it sounds great on a lot of things, like on the mix bus, on the vocal bus, just on everything. This thing sounds amazing. If it starts getting a little bit too harsh up there, I usually go up here, put it at 20K, and do some attenuation at that part, and then it has the boost wherever I'm doing it, so it lessens some of the harshness that might come through. But this thing sounds really nice. I prefer this over the ProQ3 when doing a boost. I tend to use this for boosting, and the ProQ3 tends to be more for reductive EQ and like specific problem frequencies, taking care of that stuff. So those are the two differences for those EQs. This one here, it's the Shep73. Really like this thing for MS EQ. You could use it for just normal EQ as well, but I like to switch it over here to MS. I could do some boosting just on my side information like that as far as just the level goes, or in addition I could also do some EQ just to the sides or just to the center. So I might take a little bit out on the mids and the center, leave some room for some vocals in there, do a little bit of a boost on the top end on the side information, and it's really great for EQing a 2-track beat. And then this last EQ that I'm going to go over that I use pretty often is Bassroom, and this is by Mastering the Mix. It's something I really like putting on the mix bus, so this is like one of the final EQs that I go through, and it's just for dealing with low end. So you can see up here 320 hertz is the highest it goes, and then it comes all the way down to 0 hertz, but it's in sections, so you could boost or cut at in between 0 and 20, boost or cut in between 20 and 40, and then 40 to 80, 80 to 160, and 160 to 320. So it's not a crazy complicated EQ. It's very simple, but it sounds so good when dealing with low end. And they have some really cool presets. You could come in here for like hip hop, choose one of the presets, or just go to Star Engineers, choose like Hip Hop King, for example, and it'll give you some suggestions on what to do, and then you can make some adjustments based on that stuff. Sometimes you don't need to EQ the low end, sometimes you really do. So this is something that comes in handy a lot, and I use it for a lot of my masters. Those are my 4 EQs that I use all the time. If you guys have different EQs that you really like and recommend, go ahead and tell me down below in the comment section. Let me know what you use and why do you like it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Peace.